Hello, this is the magnificent, yet humble Lord Cheese. Thank you for listening to the Cranial Emissions Show. All celebrity voices are impersonated unless otherwise stated by the hosts. Please, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Broadcasting from within the Ybor-Muda Triangle, live from the Lion's Den at 1704 and a half, yes, a half, East 7th Avenue, Ybor City, Florida. It's the Cranial Emissions Show.
Welcome to another edition, folks, of the Cranial Emissions Show. Ben Charles, the C Squared, Caleb Crispy, and the Reverend Joey T. all hanging out here live from Garage Studios here at Shea Crispy's house.
Wait, that thing said we were in the Lion's Den. I'm confused now. I thought we were at the Lion's Den. Wait.
We're a little behind on production.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. I'm sorry.
Joe, we need new intros. We've got to get our Tookuses back into the studio.
Yeah.
And we got to start recording some new stuff. We've been slacking on that.
Yeah, we've been.
You know what we haven't been slacking on, though?
What?
Listeners from around the world.
Listeners?
We were just talking about this before we went live as we were waiting for the music to cue in. And if you go to, your listeners out there, if you go to cranialemissions.com, listen through there because it enables us to identify where you listen from around the world via the interactive map that we have. And you're doing a good job of it. Obviously, people are starting to heed our request to do so because I'm looking at the map just from this past week alone. Mexico City has made its own entry in here. 4 different cities within Brazil. Buenos Aires out of Argentina and Bangalore in India.
Yeah, we're huge in Bangalore.
Bangalore?
Yeah, we're huge
It's not Bangalore.
We're in Bangalore.
Bangalore.
Oh, Lore?
Lore.
Okay.
It's not whore.
Then we're not that big there. That's a different place.
You want to be a part of the show? We got a lot to get into tonight. You can call us at 813-438-6068. If you're a social media person, go follow us on Twitter at Cranial E and like our page on Facebook, facebook.com/The Cranial Emissions Network. We try to update those as we go. Apparently, we've got Nelson in studio somewhere. He's roaming around. We're waiting for him to sit down. A little background to people who don't know who Nelson is that listen to this show. He is a former producer. He was an aspiring voiceover actor. As you will be able to tell once we finally hear from him and his incredibly varied and disciplined voice.
You said you were going to be nice, dude. You said it was cool.
I'm being very complimentary.
If I brought him over here. Okay, cool.
Well, I'm not being mean, am I?
I mean, he asked. He was like, "Is Ben going to be cool?" And I was like, "I don't know, man. You sure you want to come over? Because I know how you guys kind of, have gone tete-a-tete, if you will."
You know what? I'm trying to be cordial and respectful with some of our previous contributors. Case in point, one that Caleb's struggling to be cordial with.
I hate you all.
Jenkins.
I hate you all.
Bob Jenkins also here, who was a contributor to the show.
Also, he's been here.
Hasn't left since 2 weeks ago.
No, I've been waiting for him to go to the store so I can change the locks, but he won't even do that.
Wow, you're letting him inside?
He won't go back out.
Okay, he will. He will go back out. You just got to throw some meat out in the backyard. No, he will. That's how I got him out of my house, dude. I threw some meat and porno magazines in the backyard. He was out, and then I locked the door, just like you said. Try that.
Some hot dogs and some Natty Light in the backyard.
Yep. And a couple. He does like porn.
Don't you make sure that he's not around in earshot while you're talking about this.
He's out. He's in the deep sink in the garage washing his clothes right now, dude. I don't know.
I mean, here at Shea Crispy,
I won't let him use the washer and dryer.
He's got your iPod on though. He's got your earbuds in, so you might want to change those out.
I've got plenty.
Hopefully, he's not listening to the show right now. He's going to pick up tips on this. I mean, here at Shea Crispy, we're in what we call Garage Studios, but it's isolated here within the Crispy residence,
right?
Where Lou Bob is apparently decided.
I don't have the speakers in the garage turned on right now, so he can't hear it.
Cool. I didn't think so. Yeah.
Well, last week was adventurous for us, or so we thought it would be. last Friday, we did the show live from the Lion's Den like we do every other week there in Ybor City, Florida. And we were excited because we knew after that show we would be joined by FPI, the Female Paranormal Investigators. They were going to do, well, they did, in fact, show up and perform a live ghost investigation. We'll break that down a little later on in the show, recount what our experiences were with that. We were excited.
Wait, one more second.
Yeah, go ahead.
Wouldn't that be a live and dead ghost
Yes.
experiment, right?
Yeah, good catch.
Yeah.
I guess the audience will find out when we break it down.
Okay, yeah.
Maybe it was just live. Maybe there was a lot of dead. I don't know.
Well, you do.
I do, but you won't know unless you keep listening.
Wow.
As if you give a shit, Craniac.
yeah, hey.
Anyway, we're going to start the show off the way we do every single week, guys, and that is with the beer call.
I want you to get me fresh beer.
You serious?
Now! Now! Hey, sir, you son of a bitch!
It's magical.
It's laughing at me.
I wish I could brush my teeth with it.
I want to put my dick in it. I wanted to put its dick in me.
I wish it were winter. We could make it into ice blocks and skate on it, and then melt it in the springtime and drink it.
That was the beer call, and while I was out this past Tuesday, Lord Cheese already texting and just cracking me up here, but we were Andy and I were out Tuesday for the 240th Marine birthday.
Yeah.
Where we did a charity event in Ybor City. It was a lot of fun. Big thanks to Gaspar's Grotto, Bad Monkey, and, of course, the Lion's Den for sponsoring the event. We raised a bunch of money for a wounded veteran. But
cool.
While we were there, I ran into the
beer rep.
There you go, the beer rep. I appreciate you. You dug me out of that hole there. The beer rep from Indy Motorworks. So I have an IPA that we're going to try last. But first, let's go ahead and go with, this is Orange Blossom. This is a coconut porter.
That's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, well, it's made by Orange Blossom Brewing, and this is a coconut porter. So let's sample this. It's only like 4.6%.
It has a nice aroma.
Yeah, I've had this one before. It's been around for a while, and it's a pretty good beer. It's a little sweet. I think they're brewed in Florida here. They're a Florida brewery that was contract brewed in Georgia for a while, but I think
they are a Florida brewery.
They're back in Florida now, actually.
And now they're starting to do their canning, just like Indy Motorworks is as well, or Motorworks Brewing in general, rather. This is their Indy beer, but that we're going to try second. But Motorworks, Orange Blossom, Cigar City, Three Daughters, a number of these breweries that are local here to Central Florida, they're all canning the same way now. They're all using that CCB-style canning, Cigar City Brewing themed canning, where it's got the plastic tops on them instead of the hard plastic tops.
So animals don't get trapped in them.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So you can tell that they're all kind of banding together, working together, and that's a cool thing to see. But this is a good beer. I like this coconut porter from
Banding
Orange
together?
Blossom. Yeah, I guess you could say that.
Yeah, they're banding the beers together and banding together as beers.
So what do you guys think? you like this? This is a good drinkable porter, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I'm not a big porter guy.
With the name of it really kind of was like, I was like, this is going to be interesting. But no, it's really a very small hint of coconut, barely even tasted in there. And you're right, it's not a real strong.
It's a very light porter. Yeah, I love porters. It's one of my favorite beers, and it's a little too light of a porter for my taste, but it's a good solid beer.
So you don't like a porter, you like a porter. Got it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I got it.
Now, Lord Cheese, our interactive listener slash host, he's now appointed himself that because this has been going on for a while. But the great Lord Cheese has notified me that he is in fact consuming Wells Bombardier for the beer call.
Oh, good.
Good.
Stacey, call us in and give us some background on Wells Bombardier. We can't have a beer call where you talk about a beer without some background story on it. Come on, buddy.
Now, the second beer we're going to try, guys, is the one from Motorworks Brewing. It's Indy. This is an India Pale Ale, and this is in the high sixes. This is like 6.8%. I think it's a good beer. It's got a smooth finish. I will say I find it a little bit too hoppy for my taste. I can drink one or two, but
is that lemony? Is that what? Is it citrusy?
IPAs typically have a citrus.
There's definitely a citra element going with that. Yeah.
Yep. Don't like it.
No, you're not
I think
a
it's
fan
good.
of it?
I like it.
No, you know
A little
me.
too hoppy.
IPAs in me. I would have never made it in the British Army back in the day if I had to fight in India, because I would have been like, man, this sucks. Can I get something other than this? But I have kind of a couple IPAs recently. That's just not one of them. It's pretty hoppy.
Yeah, it is. It's good.
I mean, I could drink one of them. I just not. it's not going to be something I'm going to have twice.
I've got Jesus Julio. Is he on his way here?
Is he?
I don't know.
He said he's trying to message you to find out if he needs beer, and I'm telling him he's fine. Come over. This is a very interactive Cranial Mission show.
It is.
We're getting our phones blown up via text. It's like, yeah, I mean, don't worry. I mean, we're just trying to do a radio show.
Yeah, here it is. Wait, I got you, Servy. Finally.
We're good. I already messaged him. Don't worry.
Yeah.
All right, we're good.
Does he know he's coming here, though? He might think he's coming to my house.
I don't know. Why don't you let him know that?
I'm telling him right now, man.
Oh, my God. All this drama while we're trying to do a radio show.
Dude.
Anyway.
Should we pause the show for a moment and then we'll pick
so we
back
can
up?
communicate with people that don't know we're doing a frickin'
Like-
show.
like
By the way, this week I forgot to mention makes it our
Hey,
fifth.
has he been here?
Yeah, give him the address.
Well,
I'm glad you interrupted me during the most momentous announcement we've ever had, because right when you interrupted me, I was about to proclaim how amazing it is that this week, Joe, is our 5th year anniversary. But who cares? Jesus doesn't know how to get here. So let's worry about
priorities.
that.
Priorities.
We can't celebrate.
Should I find a song to play? We can play while we sort out all this crap.
Jesus
I think we're good.
Oh.
He's going to probably ask me for the address, so I'm going to interrupt again in a minute and ask you what your address.
I'll text it to you. I really don't want everybody. I've already got Lou Bob here. I don't want everybody else here.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I'll text you.
All right.
Anyway, okay, getting out of the beer call and struggling to get into some topics. Oh, wow. I'm not even going to read what Lord Cheese just said.
What happened?
You said I don't want to have to break the silence twice to get information to Jesus. And Lord Cheese's response was, and I quote, like 7, he will not have that twice either.
Oh, that's a little low, man. Yeah, 7.
Well played, Lord Cheese.
7
well
times
played.
2 is 14.
Yeah, well,
I don't know what that means.
That'll get you arrested. So
I was, yeah. I
that's
was
not
just
a
doing
good
my
idea.
arithmetic there. I
Yeah.
don't know what that means.
Okay, well, getting out of the beer call, getting into some beer news. Guinness in the news because they were trying to appeal to vegetarians, and in order to do so, they had to remove the fish guts from their recipe. Yes, apparently, bad news for Guinness drinkers, and that if they didn't know this,
I had 2 today.
fish bladder is in fact an ingredient in the current version of Guinness.
Why?
Why?
What does it do? Do they say does it add a flavor?
No. It's to take something out, right? It's like they're
used
filtering.
to,
It's a filtering system or something.
It's used to clarify the beer and help the yeast settle. And most of it's filtered out during the brewing, but traces of fish bladder do in fact still exist, according to this article in the Final Pint.
Oh well.
So they're getting rid of this to appeal to the
I wonder how many
vegans.
I wonder
But you
how
guys,
many of them actually drank Guinness prior.
I'm sure they.
I mean,
I'm
how
sure
many
they
do that don't know about it?
Well, they know about it now, but I'm
Yeah.
sure plenty of them
Well,
do.
I don't know if we have any vegans listening to our show.
Well, what are they going to do with all the fish guts now? They're just going to be laying all over the place. It's probably had a good, this is probably a good use of fish guts, right? I mean, are you going to do something else with the fish guts? I guarantee they didn't kill the fish to get the fish guts. They were killing the fish to eat the fish. Now they had something to do with the fish guts. You're going to take it out and just waste all these fish guts?
Still eat them.
That's not very American Indian like you. It's not like using all the parts of the buffalo. You know what I'm saying?
It's Irish. They'll eat anything.
But it's not all. It's everywhere now. It's all throughout all the country. So I think they're going to eat fish guts. You think?
They're already drinking it. What the hell is the bloody difference? I mean,
I thought you said they were taking it out for the.
Well, they're
vegans.
going to net it out now, yeah. But with the surplus, I mean, I don't know. I imagine there's probably some versatile uses for it.
Somebody will eat it
for fish guts.
Yeah.
You know what? They'll probably make like fish emulsion, or no, I think that's fish poo. They'll probably end up making like some kind of like fish food out of it. They'll grind it up and then dry it out. It'll be like seaweed or something.
To encourage the cannibalism of fish out there?
I think most fish, other than like mullets, are all pretty cannibalistic to begin with. They're not eating lambs or cow. I don't think. Dude. I've never seen. Maybe a piranha, a cow might follow, but usually fish eat other fish. I think that's that whole like,
Yeah.
Lou Bob's coming over here.
No. Turn off the light. Maybe you won't see us.
Lou Bob knows a lot about
Hey,
fish.
I see you guys, man. What are you talking about? I can see. Hey, you know what you guys were talking
Can I
about?
put a lock on that door?
Hey, you were talking about fish
Maybe.
guts. I was outside in the garage,
Uh-huh.
and I was washing some clothes.
Right.
Caleb, by the way, your iPad is very, very useful for listening to this show, buddy. This sounds great on the iPad, man. I had it out there, so I heard y'all talking about these fish guts.
Uh-huh.
And what I want to let y'all know is that that's a byproduct too of when you noodle for catfish.
Right.
When you noodle for them,